Hi, I'm Tyler Ainge. Tonight I'm joined by Will Dawson, the Vice President of the Penn State Economic Association, to talk about the debt ceiling and the potential government shutdown. So Will, can you give a brief overview on what the debt ceiling is and the debate surrounding it?
Sure. The debt ceiling is simply the limit set by Congress on the amount that the federal government may borrow to finance programs and generally cover the outstanding obligations on its debt.
And what would be the purpose of raising the debt ceiling?
The purpose of raising the debt ceiling allows the Congress to appropriate the money and allows the Treasury to borrow the money that it needs to, number one, cover the interest and the obligations on debt already outstanding, and number two, fund existing government programs that money has already been appropriated to by Congress.
And what would happen if we were unable to raise the debt ceiling, and how would that affect the economy?
If we're unable to raise the debt ceiling, in the short term, it could have bad consequences for our own economy and for the world economy in general. If the United States is unable to make payments on its own debt, unable to pay interest to debt holders, the United States will effectively default on debt. It will default on United States Treasury securities, which is nearly unprecedented. It's never happened before, and this would have disastrous consequences. The computers at the Fed aren't even set up to handle such an eventuality, and that gives you an idea of how bad this could be. It would be very bad for the United States economy, bad for the world economy at large, something that simply cannot happen.
And most news sources are saying that a government shutdown is likely. So can you describe what happens during a government shutdown?
In a government shutdown, basically Congress is unable to agree on the appropriations for the coming fiscal year. What that basically means is Congress does not give itself the ability to spend federal money. If this happens, lots of programs will go unfunded and the government will essentially shut down in the short term.
And how would that affect the economy?
What this means is that around 800,000 federal workers are going to be furloughed. They're not going to be receiving pay. Federal agencies will shut down. This means less money in the economy for federal agencies, for local and state governments. Agencies won't be able to help out small businesses and homeowners get loans. Basically, this means if you picture the economy as a set of gears working together, this throws a wrench in the gears, as President Obama said today, and makes it hard for the economy to work smoothly.
And how does the duration of the shutdown affect the severity of those economic consequences?
The longer the shutdown goes on, the way worse will the consequences be. The longer it goes on, it will be increasingly disastrous for our economy and potentially for the world economy at large.
All right, thank you for your time, Will. We'll be right back after the break with World News Update.